Hi, Libras. I know it's been a minute. Thank you so much for your patience. Libras, y'all were number one last time, like that month and a half ago or whatever. I do remember that. So I appreciate your views. Please like this video, subscribe if you like it here, you love it here. Also, let me know how the video resonates in the comments down below. I would love to chat with y'all. All right. And you know, Libras, y'all do like to chat. You may not like to chat with everybody, but you do like to chat. So, Libra, this is going to be your September predictions video. I know the month is halfway over, but y'all still going to get these messages, all right? So, in true Libra fashion, there is something that you're feeling indecisive about, and or you are having a hard time juggling your responsibilities or two people or some sort of decision that you may need to make. From what I'm seeing here, you may be struggling to decide whether you should move on or not. Okay. We have the Eight of Cups here. You see this cup that's in the background has fire in it. Some of you may be walking away from a fire sign, Leo's, Aries, Sagittarius. If not, all right. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that used to bring you joy, that you used to feel a lot of passion about. But it's dark though. Outside of this cup, this card is very, dark at the bottom. And she is walking towards the sun. All right. So some of you may be walking towards a Leo. All right. I see Libra Leo combos a lot. But aside from that, it just could be you walking away from something that you used to really care and love. Whether it was, something you used to do or a person, but you are walking away to bigger and better habits. Some of you may be being a little bit adventurous if you really choose to move forward and walk away, all right, with this Page of Wands here. The Page of Wands is a very adventurous energy. Whatever this is, you may be going towards it quickly. Like once you do finally make the decision, all right, you may make that quickly. You may be communicating with somebody quickly. You may be traveling towards someone, or someone may be traveling towards you. Okay, Libra. Now, there could be some smoke somewhere, all right? You see all those wands at the bottom pointing towards her. So somebody could have some shit to say to you. You could have some shit to say to someone. But remember, it's okay to express yourself. It's okay to truly state how you feel. It's also okay to defend yourself, Libra. Sometimes, you all like to keep the peace. But that can cause someone else, including yourself, harm when you decide not to speak up for something sometimes. So know that it is okay for you to speak up for yourself and defend yourself, but please do it from a grounded place. All right. And also, you may have to look away from the bullshit. Some of you may need to disconnect for a while in order to ground yourself. Okay. I feel like by grounding yourself, you may gain a... Bro, they loud as fuck out there. I'm on a cruise. A lot of you may be, when you choose to ground yourself, you may come up with a new perspective, all right? You may start seeing things differently, or you may start surrendering to what is, which is, I'll get there next because that is one of your cards, all right? But the Hangman is about, a new perspective, sacrificing, surrendering, seeing things differently. Sign of Pisces, all right? And what I will say is luck is on your side. So, when you're choosing to move forward or when you're choosing to see things differently, luck is on your side with the Wheel of Fortune here, all right? This is literally good fortune. Sign of what? Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. So the fixed signs. Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician, sign of Gemini and Virgo. So you may have one of these placements, Libra, or someone else might, but someone could be manifesting you. Maybe that's why you feel this decision stronger. Like you may feel this decision more strongly, Libra, to make, whatever decision and to no longer juggle. And that could be because somebody is manifesting you and they are manifesting a Two of Cups. All right, which is like a soulmate, very equal give and exchange type of union. Now, remember when I said to surrender to what is? when I showed you these two cards. Okay, Libra, you literally got that card from my I Surrender deck. So surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. All right? So it is what it is can be a little toxic, right? Oh, it is what it is. And because people can say that shit about whatever. However, sometimes you really do have to accept what the fuck is going on in order to move forward after that. All right? Surrender to what is. At some point, Libra, you can't just sit here and pussyfoot around all day and not make a decision, all right? At some point, you are going to have to take action, which could be walking away. It could be choosing to seek new adventure. It could be choosing to reach out to somebody that you haven't spoken to in a long time or traveling towards someone, all right? So at some point, you are going to have to take action. Libra, you could be connected to a Sagittarius with this, bow and arrow here, all right? Or you could have a Sagittarius placement yourself. However, this is reminding you to take action. Libras, you are air signs, so you guys can tend to think things and overthink things at that. And it's just at some point, you got to do. You have to implement, okay? Now, at the bottom of, my Everything deck, which is by Tarot by Bronx, I think they changed their handles now to Mind Body Bronx. At least I think that's what their YouTube channel is. But I have these here, which I'll read to you in a minute. But at the bottom of the deck, crying or release is there. So keep that in mind, that you may need to do a lot of crying and releasing this month, Libra. All right. So we have protection. So remember to protect yourself. Remember that you are protected. All right. Again, remember that it's okay to defend yourself. Okay, so we have protection. We have light or colored hair. So some of you may need to be protecting yourself from somebody who has light or colored hair. All right. And we have rest. So even though, you're being called to take action, in between walking away from something, well, let me say this. In between making the decision to make whatever decision you need to make, walking away from something, then choosing to sit with yourself, meditate, surrender to what is, and then believing luck is on your side, maybe prior to taking action, you're supposed to rest. That could be combined with, these energies. All right. Now, keep in mind that crying or release was at the bottom of the deck. So your mindful message that I have for you, Libra, is up and out. All right, up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up to come out. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them as I release them. All right, up and out, Libra. So it's not time to be big dog and be like, yeah, no. It's time to cry. It's time to cry, and it's time to cry a lot. All right. It's time to release and surrender and let out your emotions so you can heal. All right. This holding stuff in is not working for you the way that you think that it is. Okay. Maybe that's what you feel like you're protecting yourself from. All right, if I don't feel my emotions, I'm good, but you're not. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Libras. Thank you so much for being here. Please like this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.